The universe is a pretty big place. The funny thing is, each of us who live here occupy our own little world. Take the case of Tip, an ordinary girl with a mom who loves her and a cat named Pig. Now she never imagined that a million miles away was a lonely fellow named O.
Hello?
A low-ranking member of a nomadic race called the Boov.
Give Daddy some sugar!
Looking for a safe place to call home.
What plant grows these delicious fruits?
Chances are these two would never meet, but the universe is nothing if not unpredictable.
If you do not let me go, then I will shoot forth the lasers from my eyeballs.
You can do that?
Yes?
So of course, we're watching it, and she's like, Mommy, he's really cute. I really want one. He seems really nice. Like, because it's perfect. It's like a female, that he's bonding with her. He's fun. He's funny.
He
is. He's like the ideal toy.
He is a kind of walking toy, And I mean, in some ways, it's sort of in that mold of like an E.T. or whatever. It's this little creature that seems so wonderful and clearly means no harm, Clearly wants what's best. Tip, the character Rihanna voices, is very apprehensive of him and his entire species at first, and rightfully so, but he's kind of an outcast from his species and wouldn't harm a fly.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny. It's funny how his name he thinks is O, because whenever he walks around, oh no.
It's not the best way to get a nickname.
And he's a little bit sassy, he's got a little sassiness, right?
Yes. Well, their species apparently has been taught, that they are the best, that they are the smartest. And so anytime he's disagreed with, I don't even know that he's as much offended by it as it is, well, you're wrong. I mean, we were told. But it sets him up for a wonderful transition where he realizes that so much of what he's been told was very, very wrong, especially what he was told about humans. Once he gets to know this human girl. And for me, that's where it's such an entertaining movie, it's so beautiful, but the heart of it is so special to me, this whole thing of realizing how wrong you were about a group of people, or realizing how wrong you were to think bad things, or even just specific things without getting to know them. And the love they find for each other when they let all that go is really sweet.
That was a great scene when you guys are flying over the ocean, and I love the waves, and it was the time of day. And then she puts on the song that, first you were listening to just noise, and then there was actually a really good song on it. You couldn't control it, but dancing, and then jumps in the ocean.
The involuntary dancing, which leads him to throw himself into the ocean to cool himself off. He's overheating.
That was just classic.
That's a nice moment.
And she's sitting there waiting for him, and then my daughter said, well, he's going to come back, right?
Did she really?
Yeah. And then he pops up, and it was funny, though, because it was like, it's not my job to watch you.
No, no, it's true. It's true. That's a very important part of the movie, though, when he comes back and he sees how upset she's gotten that she had been left alone.
Yeah.
And it's one of the big parts of him starting to realize how much depth there is to this human. And he even says, I can't remember the exact line, but it's something to the effect, humans are more complicated than it's said in the pamphlet, which is what they've been handed to go deal with the humans.